Cheers. These two chairs. Yeah. Merci. Thank you. Thank you for seeing. You're gonna thank me afterwards. There you go. Thank you. Hi, Benny. There you go. You're welcome. Thank you, sir. It's one for Jerry, one for you. And for you, that's it. No, there's Alicia. Gracias. Alicia wants one too, I'm sure. All right. We're having way too much fun before the class. I need to fix that. A little bit of sweating and a little bit of work. All right. So let's see what happens with the chair. I have some ideas, but let's see what comes up. So we're talking about at the beginning of the practice about love. And so my guru always talks about, of course, love. And so he has a great sense of humor. And so he laughs about it and he says, for many of us, love is a transaction, right? And we think, oh, I love you so much, and I just adore you, and then like 30 minutes later, I'm picking a fight with the same person, or just just hating them to it. So how can that such an absolute beautiful feeling can be so relative? And so he says that's not love, that's just a business transaction. We are human beings so self-interested, right? Most of the things that we do it because there's a self-interest, and the moment that self-interest is not served, then our quote unquote love is diminished. So I love you until or unless you, and the moment that you, then I start loving you a little bit less, and that happens with everybody, right? Or any relationship that we might have. And so the invitation is to practice with each other, but most importantly, right, instead of creating attachments here on earth, is that he says in many of his chantings and philosophical interpretations are that we should not be we should only be neutral in this world, right? Meaning not overly and not under, not hating or loving anything, but all our love and all these relationship building should be directed to, again, spiritual stuff, spiritual life, God, whatever God might mean in the broader sense, right? We get the chance to define that for ourselves too. It could be a very impersonal relationship, which is very difficult to have. How do you have a relationship with something that is fluid and energy versus having a personal relationship? Imagine that God has a form and has beauty and has a tone in their voice and has a smell in her, in her skin, and has a color of eyes, and all these wonderful things that you can imagine by just creating that in our minds. And so again, the philosophic interpretation of this is that God gives us permission, doesn't care, he or she doesn't care what we want to call them, or he or she or whatever, or an energy if you want, if that's the choice that we have. But as long as we develop that feeling of selflessness, right, of self-love that we mentioned at the very end of every class. And so what does that mean? That divine selfless love is meaning that there's, whatever you do with me, I'm still going to just love you. It doesn't matter if I get anything back. It doesn't matter if I get, the things that I'm quote unquote praying for, right, which is a danger in itself, right? We pray and we kneel when we need something. So it's a transaction. We're asking, oh, please save my dog from dying. It's like, why is God asking? So if God gives you that, and then the next time when he dies again, because the dog will eventually die, then you're mad at him because for not saving it the second time, and you want him to just we want him to act or hurt at our whim. So, you know, so we always say that, changing our perspective on how we see things rather than asking for things, right? Is actually the best way to be. And so as we practice, as we enter into our next few minutes of moving meditation. So, how do we even? So, first we have to clear, right? We have to take all this crud from our minds and all these other things that keep popping up and all these unresolved things from the day or from the week or from our lives that keep just showing up over and over. And so we allow and we train ourselves to just first clear and to let, again, our exhalation to just release and slowly move those things away, and then allow for a moment of contemplation so we can inhale and take, again, that permanent, amazing energy around us into ourselves, and to let it just sip through the body. The body is the only thing that we can feel right now, most likely. And so let slowly the exhalation to cleanse, to open, to release all these things and knots and tensions and tightness and soreness that we have in the body, and then allow our own body to be that instrument, that receptacle, that temple to the spirit. And we want to maintain it and support it, because that's actually what's caring and really caring for that spirit inside, as we exhale and release and open, and let your body one more time to observe that the body is this valuable instrument to just be processing all these things and be able to clear all these other things, and to just be mindfully engaged and given and thrown ourselves into that selfless divine love, not material love, not human love. Inhale slowly one more time, so your body and torso opens, and maybe the hands and arms slowly move gently in front of the body, and your hands come slowly all the way across, gently the chest towards the sky, and you raise your arms and you hold them slowly above the head area to exhale. Gently hold your arms above and let your fingers interlace, and let your index finger point up towards the ceiling, and let your body slowly lean a little bit forward, just a tiny bit forward as you exhale, and then towards the right side. Inhaling, setting the hips slowly just directly to the side. Exhale into the right side as far as your body needs to, and then come back, inhaling slightly behind the hips. Abdomen supports. Maintain your body to exhale in the pose, and inhaling to the left side. Breath in. Exhaling to the left hand. So what does it feel like to soften, to move your body? Inhaling to the front as you move slowly, lightly to the front. Exhale because your abdomen activates, and one more time. Full half circle. Inhaling all the way around, not stopping at the right, but all the way towards the back, half a circle. And then all the way around to the other half in front of your body, 180-degree rotation. One more time. Inhaling, opening the arms and torso around and behind. And let the exhalation again, breathe out slowly towards the front of your body and return in the opposite direction. Bring your body to the left or to whatever direction, inhaling back and slowly towards the space behind your shoulders, and then half a rotation all the way in front of your body. Again, opposite as we started. And it's not just the arms, it's not the shoulders, it's the entire root of the waist. Breathe in from the waist area. Move again those muscles and those joints, and let your body exhale all the way through in your last long deep breath. Inhale, breathing, bringing the body to rotate, to open, and then exhale slowly towards the center, releasing hands and arms, and letting your body slowly soften. Find your shoulders, find your spine, find your neck. Feel your body gently exhaling, and allow your body to slowly place your feet, your hands onto the sides of your hips so you support your body, and then place your right foot directly on the chair. So find that your right heel, your right ankle, your right calf is on the chair while the left leg is extended. You can flex it. Allow your body to slowly settle into it. Find an easy position for your leg. Your leg doesn't need to be locked. Let the chair carry the weight of your leg, and let your body slowly exhale over it, as if your abdomen and chest and chin and forehead and entire body moves slowly closer towards that right thigh, towards the right knee, as your hands hold onto the leg, hold onto the chair, hold on the legs of the chair without pushing. Just gently invite your body. Breathe in through the spine and exhale all the way through. When and if your body feels the extension, that you're breathing in through the length of the spine, you're now aware enough to feel when the body just softens and releases tension, and discover even a deeper layer that your body inhales and then opens, and find that your breath comes through each and every vertebrae. Just really feel it. Really genuinely feel that your body exhales and moves slowly and releases portions of your spine and back. And as you're inhaling, you move it softly forward as if you're just extending, as you're opening, as you're releasing again all tension and filling it up with something fresh and new. And then your hands release very gently towards the sides of your leg, towards the root of your leg, towards the sides of your hips, maintaining your right leg in position. And exhale slowly. Allow your hands to slowly come wide and up towards the sky, and sit tall. And let your palms and hands to face each other as your body sits very tall in this position. So what are the muscles? Is it your thigh? Is it the hip flexor that is flexing? Or is it your abdomen that is starting to activate? And your arms and shoulders are really important to extend torso and feel that your body reshapes, and observe that your body opens tall towards the sky. Not because you're forcing anything, not because you're pushing. Observe again that gentleness that you were already observing in the prior movements to your body. Inhale one more time. Breathe tall and lengthen, and see if your hands and arms release the pressure and slowly soften. Allow your body to slowly allow the right leg to contract off the chair. Place it on the side or crossed over, and take your left leg to place it on the chair. Adjust your body. Observe that your left knee is not locked, you're not pushing through your ankle or heel, and that your arms and torso slowly stay on the thigh, on the calf, on the chair, on the legs of the chair, and you move slowly into it. And observe your spine to be rolling gently forward. Observe that your body moves into this position. So, what does it take to move through things? And the importance of moving your physical body, of course, of all the external benefits that we know about, but the internal benefit, the conversation that happens within, right? The distraction or the level of attention of our mind, that we start recognizing first, we start recognizing parts of the body, right? We start connecting to the body. So, is this a position that is right for my ankle? Is my knee, my muscles, right? The very gross sensory feedback that we start obtaining by just paying attention. And many times we don't even know what that feels like. Parts of our body are numb. And as we start again practicing more and being more mindful and intentional, as we move closer, as we really activate and start constantly again pushing a little bit, just to being a little bit more alert, then we start discovering there's things that happen, there's thoughts that come, there's emotions, right? There's sensations that come as we move the body. That's becoming more subtly aware of a deeper part of the movement, right? The value that is behind the external and physical movement. Can I find my body one last time, that I'm flexing, that I'm really focusing one more time in contracting the abdomen and the spine forward, that your hands slowly walk up your leg towards the root of the leg as your body inhales. And then without pushing the opposite leg into the ground, the left leg remains in the chair as the arms open. And I raise my hands and arms until the palms of the hands are facing each other. And I can feel how by moving my wrists, by moving or softening the elbows, by opening the shoulders, there's simple adjustments that I can do that feels slightly different. And maybe help my abdomen, maybe help my hips, maybe helps the position of my knee or my ankle, maybe those little things about my facial expression and my bite. How do they just little changes may affect the entire disposition of your body? And let your body again experiment, move, twist, find your way into it. Micro adjustments, those really tiny things that we may not even think important, are hugely valid into adjusting and supporting and finding the strength into the core, and you're adjusting your body, and you'll find your inhalation to extend and breathe deeply into your body and torso, and then adjust and slowly exhale and release down towards your leg, towards your thighs, towards the hips, and let your left leg slowly come off the chair, and observe very softly, gently towards the right, and extending both legs towards the right and left side of your knee, and see if your body stays with your legs wide as comfortable, not as wide as you can. and let your legs easily stay. And we tend to, and we've talked about this many times, how the position of your knees and your ankles and your feet affect your hips and affect your lower back, and your lower back affects your neck and affects the position of your head and all the other things that come aligned with it. So, can you feel your inner thighs and your outer thighs connecting in such a way that you're really holding your hips in the right position? And it takes, we've done this for, no, you've done it for 30 or 40 years at most. Of course, I've done it for almost 60 years. So it's just takes time to readjust. So feel that your body moves, and maybe your torso starts leaning very, very gently forward, and your spine lengthens forward towards the chair, and your hands and your fingers move deeply into the chair, into the back of the red chair, if that's even needing to be adjusted. And so what does it feel like to adjust the body? Are my toes and legs and hips locking my knees or unlocking the feet or toes and ankles? What are the adjustments I need to do fit into my body and let my body just find its way back into its natural healing way, in its aligned way? And can I find my body one more time moving, never stuck, right? It's not just I reach there. In yoga, we never reach a position. We're always in investigation, in that inquisitive mode of how do I adjust and how do I move this and how do I come a little bit deeper into this position? Can I find my body to exhale and to move deeply from the root of my torso gently forward, so the crown of the head is gently extending? I'm not compressing my spine, I'm lengthening my spine. And when my body exhales all the way through, I come back slowly. Bring my hands, bring my torso, bring my fingers, allow my body to sit very gently upright. And with my hands onto the ground, on the sides of the hips, with my glutes steady to the floor, I'm going to slowly lean back as my elbows bend towards the space behind me. And I'm going to raise both legs on top of the chair. So slowly raise them gently off the ground and into the chair, exhaling. Breath in. Allow your body to never lock, bend them as much as needed. Allow your spine to be slowly opening, and observe what happens when we open the chest. What is the feeling? Why don't we like a position, or why we like a position so much? What is it about that position or about that part of our body? What is it that happens? What is the trigger, right? So can I stay neutral instead of disliking or loving a position? Can I just be present and observe what is the benefit? And maybe my head slowly is able to, and you can feel how your neck extends, and you can raise your chin, and you can move the tongue towards the roof of the mouth, and I find the extension of the throat and the spine, and it's not compression, it's lengthening. Can I pay attention to even those subtle messages of my spine? Can I move it from the tailbone towards the crown as the elbows and shoulders are soft? Now, I'm not pushing through my shoulders very close to my neck. I'm rolling my shoulders behind so my chest opens and my abdomen activates, and I feel my spine just giving them room to spread and open, to breathe one last long inhalation as my body exhales, always soften my abdomen, my chest, and then raising my crown of the head, using my arms, not pushing on my hands, but using them as support. And my legs raise a little bit of the chair, and I open them wide around and place them into the ground with my torso softened. So my abdomen is the one doing the work, not my thighs. My knees are always unlocked. And one more time, raising the legs wide and up and over the chair as I exhale slowly, inhaling, raising your legs. Use your abdomen, not your back muscles. And again, the subtleness of that movement. Can I open the legs and feel that your abdominal cavity is activated? Inhale, use gently your abdomen. Unlock your knees if you need to, so you can feel it deep into the core, and that feels around the belly, below the ribs as I inhale, raising my legs, and then open them wide and around towards the ground. And last time, can I use my leg muscles not to be tense, but to drive the movement inside my abdomen? And exhale, raising the heels, bringing both hands towards my thighs, and my legs are as bent as need to be, as separate as I need to be, or as tight against each other as I prefer it to be. And let my hands come towards the hamstrings, towards the knees, towards the thighs, towards the calves, towards the ankle, and my spine lengthens. And see what happens when I press my belly, when I move my chest in, when my shoulder blades open, when my jaw draws in and my spine lengthens through the crown. So I'm now moving again we're talking about the fascia, right? That connective tissue that wraps around our muscles, including our heart, our lungs, including the spine, right? That cord of nerves that runs in the center of those, the space in between the vertebrae that runs through that hole in the vertebrae, and let your body move through it. And that connects even to your brain. There is again, a connective tissue that wraps around even your brain mass, and that fluid that navigates and lubricates the entire brain system. So there's an intimate connection through all the parts of your body. When your body exhales, one more time, can I feel? Can I really connect? Are my knees and ankles and toes really aligned? Can I feel my spine? Long exhalation, and then coming back, raising your hands, lifting them off your thighs towards the sky, and I stay seated into the position until my fingers cross above my head, and maybe my knuckles extend directly towards the sky, and I feel my arms right next to my head, behind my ears, slightly behind the neck area. Breath in, whichever is comfortable without locking. Never knees, never your hip flexors engage in your tummy. Rotate your knees so your inner thighs activate gently the center of your hip area when your body exhales. One more time, find your abdomen, strengthen your torso. Let your last long mission engage your core. I know we don't, again, like very much the abdomen. Why is it that we don't like to engage the abdominal cavity, or we really engage it? You want to have strength into it. Observe the last long breath in, and your hands and elbows and shoulders release, and let them come towards the sides of your legs, and your hands touch gently, and then slowly bring your arms behind you, fingers to the ground, heels stay on the chair. Slowly soften your knees. Allow your palms of hands to be gently securing the root of the fingers rather than the heel of the hand. So that means that every finger squeezes the tip, and then the base of the finger as it inserts into the palm of the hand is slowly connected to the ground. The elbows bend, and when my body's ready, I am going to raise my hips off the ground. So I'm going to gently raise my pelvic area off the floor. It doesn't matter how far. It's not a competition. Observe your body and adjust. Observe the direction of your fingers, the opening of your shoulders. Instead of hanging on the shoulders tall, your shoulders drop down so you can raise your chest, and maybe your head slowly leans back, and my glutes lengthen towards the sky. One more time. Breathe in, engage your triceps. When your body exhales, slowly, slowly bend your knees and let your hips, elbows bend, and place, don't drop them, place them into the ground. Beautiful. Bring your hands forward off the ground towards the sky, above the shoulders, interlacing fingers, knuckles towards the sky. Breath in. Can you feel your body long and extended? Observe your tummy. Jaw draws in. Let your last long breath in. Tall, 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 tall spine, and let your hands slowly come around. Can you find your muscle strength on the shoulders, on the triceps, not on the joints? And can you feel the difference? Adjust your hands where you know you're going to have enough support, and let your heels press while your knees slowly lengthen and your toes point and your hips raise off the ground, and your head slowly drops back while your shoulders open and you raise your breastbone. One more time, breathing into this pose. Find strength. Let your last long deep breath in, and slowly, do not rush, do not force, not drop. Slowly place those hips into the ground. Beautiful. Inhale, sit upright, bring your hands towards your legs. Allow your body to exhale, feel your knees coming in. Allow your feet to slowly undo from the chair, cross them over your ankles, and allow your body to roll directly over your shins towards the chair, and kneel into this position. And observe your body becoming closer with your hips towards the chair, as if your pelvic floor and the hip flexors are touching the edge of the chair, and the chair also moves. So it's not just the hips moving forward, it's also the chair coming to you, if that's better for your body. Until your hips, you feel them connected, and you feel your glute muscles supported, and you feel your hands coming towards the backrest of the chair, towards the invisible armrests of the chair, and let your glute muscles support, and let your toenails extend, and see what happens to your knees. And maybe your body exhales your shoulders, and you can feel your chest coming slowly forward in between your shoulders, and you lengthen, right? We have scar tissue because the scar tissue is just held and just tightened up and solidified, and you allow again that connective tissue that connects and binds those muscles and even joints to slowly start moving, and you allow yourself to really use the juices of your body. Your body is incredibly wise to start lubricating and start elongating to understand what is the best shape that serves your body. Can I find my chin looking up towards the sky so it lengthens my throat and my tongue comes to the roof of your mouth and my mouth slowly softens so it can really stretch the throat area and vocal box. Lips touching, eyes roll over the eyebrows. One more time, feel the length as my hips do not lose contact from the edge of the seat of the chair when your last long inhalation happens to extend and reach. And then exhale, feel all the way from the abdomen, from all those muscles that we used in abdominal cavity. Slowly exhale. Place your hands on the seat of the chair, maybe on the side edges, maybe in the front edges, as long as you're secure and the chair is not going to tilt. And you're going to bring your right knee behind, your left knee behind, and you're going to tuck the toes and raise your body into an inclined plane. And you feel your body just held. So the shoulders are not down under your chest, the shoulders are outside the chest, and you can feel it that your pectoral muscles are the ones gaining strength, and you activate the chest muscles, right? There's three chest muscles. The one that is right below the clavicle, that is the largest one. There's a medium right almost underneath it, and then, or in between that one and the tiny one below. And so all these minor and medium and max muscles are connecting to your shoulder and sternum. When your body's ready, can you feel again all of those, especially the one below, the minor, the very low one, the very bottom one is very seldom used. Can you connect and engage into it? When your body is exhaling, heels press back, chin tucks in, crown head extends. And when your body softens, bring your left and right knee gently towards the ground. And you slowly your knees and you walk your hips one more time towards the chair. Feel your body. So what are the muscles? And your knees wide enough, your toenails extended enough, your hands adjust to the seat, to the backrest, to the sides of the backrest, and your spine starts lengthening by raising the chest. Shoulders drop away from the heart, so your muscles on the chest are still active. You can bring your breastbone area forward. You can allow your chin to lengthen up. You can roll your eyes over the eyebrows so you can feel the body expanding. Your hips are not tilted back, they're not pushed back. Your glute muscles push the hips against the chair so you can really feel how that opens the hip flexors, right? Those abdomen, those lower abdomen muscles that we were working with to extend and activate slowly that back. And so find that your body is now contracting back, antagonistic movement, and your abdomen opens and your chest moves out and up in your last long inhalation. Feel the range, not tense, not pinching, not hurting. And exhale, bring your body slowly one more time forward, as if your hands coming one more time towards the seat of the chair, wherever you think, on top, sides, edge, top edge, whichever is most comfortable, and bring one knee behind, flexing the toes, the opposite knee behind, flexing the toes, and you're going to hug your knees, hug your ankles, hug your thighs, hug your glutes, make them strong, and feel that your abdomen is active, that you're bringing in your belly button area, and that your shoulders are wide and your elbows are never locked, and your chin tucks in and the crown of the head extends forward. Imagine that you're lengthening intentionally the crown of the head away from your heels, and your body becomes a little bit longer. And not because you're putting all the pressure in your hands, you're moving into your chest. You feel that your elbows and shoulders broaden one more time. Breathe in, strong legs, strong glutes. See how much easier it becomes by just strengthening the rest of your body and not just relying on your arms and your knees. Exhale and slowly move your body towards the ground. So what does it feel like in this position? Feel your hips one more time, very close. This time you're going to hold onto the chair so the chair doesn't move and your hips are close to the seat of the chair. The body is going to rest the left knee, and we're going to start with the right leg. The right leg is going to come gently to the side, outside the right side of the chair. It doesn't matter what angle, 45 degrees, 30, 20 degrees away from the hip, it doesn't matter, or very close towards the very side of the chair. Allow your body to exhale and feel that your heel is on the ground and your toes are flexed. And you're hugging the knee. You're not sinking that leg through the right knee. So you're not overextending the back of the right knee. You're hugging it. You're holding it from the muscles. Look at your hamstrings with your mind's eye. Look at your thighs with your mind's eye, and hold and support the knee. And let your right hand stay on the chair while your left hand slowly opens towards the sky. And you move it tall and long while your hips still connect to the seat of the chair. and you adjust and adapt at any point as possible and feel that your left arm becomes really tall and the palm of the hand looks towards the right side of your body. If that helps your rotator cuff, again, your shoulders, your wrist, your elbow, your chest, your scapula area, you find what's the best position for that left shoulder blade. And open, extend, reach, move your hips against the chair as if you're just really pressing the hip flexor so your abdomen becomes always active and awakened, and your glute muscles are always supporting that hip area, and your spine lengthens towards the sky through that left side. One more time, right shoulder down, right elbow bend, inhale, extend, reach. Facial expression, flex your toes on the right foot as you're inhaling, support, hug the body, and then exhale and release that left hand. Let it touch the seat of the chair. Let it touch the back rest of the chair while your right leg comes in. Place it on the ground and switch to your left. Very simple. Allow the heel, again, 45 degrees away from the chair or your hips, and your hands hold and press gently to allow the chair to be connected to your hip flexors. Your glute muscle activates on the right side. Your abdomen supports. Your left hand stays in the chair to hold the position, and your right arm starts moving gently towards the sky. Never locking, never forcing. Extend and feel the body moves. And what does it feel like to extend your lymphatic system? So we again think about so much about the endocrine system, right? And the endocrine system, how it just cleanses and moves and really juices up the body. And there, all the leftovers, all the metabolites need to flow somewhere. And we have a sewage system per se, which is our lymphatic system on the body. So let them all drain. And they all have these little nodules where concentrated amounts of the immune system are, right? Our protective cells into the nodules called ganglia. So let that energy feel that your body again cleanses and drains it and purifies, and let your last breath. Can your tummy and glute muscles, left leg engages, thigh, calf, toes, foot. One more time. Breathe. Inhale. Breathe. And let your body exhale and release. Again, cleanse your body. One more time. Let your hands come towards the seat of the chair, edges of the chair. Let your left foot gently come all the way back. Your elbows are going to slowly come towards the ground, or towards the chair, I should say, towards the seat of the chair. You're going to basically rest your forms, adjust. Your right knee to be right in the hip, and your head slowly move towards the back rest of the chair. So if you were to touch, and your left leg slowly comes off the ground, and you raise it behind you, and you breathe, and you squeeze it, and you exhale all the way through. One more time. Find that your left glute slowly activates, that your thighs slowly raising, that your toes are activating your knee, that your calf and shin muscles are modulated in such a way that you're really activating the knee joint. The knee joint is not just bent, it's not just hanging in there. You're really activating those, and your heel presses or your toes point, whichever is the case. If by pointing the toes, you will probably feel your shin muscles. By flexing the toes, you feel your calf muscles. Find your body. One more time. Breath in. When your body's ready, flex that left knee forward towards the side of your body and towards the side of the chair. So if you're just bringing the knee highest and you're going to place it on top of your chair, breath in with your heel coming a little bit higher. So the left heel raises even deeper off the ground. Your hands are holding onto the chair. You're raising the left hip. You're opening the hips. Engage your glute muscles. Raise it over to hold you from underneath your left knee or your left ankle. Can you feel that leg raising a little bit taller? One more time. Breathe in. Can you feel your knee coming forward and your heel coming higher? In your last long deep breath, let your left knee come slowly towards the ground. Let it settle. Exhale. One more time. Bring your right leg to slowly come back. So now is the opposite leg that presses away from your body. If it's comfortable, just stay with the toes tucked under your ankle and foot. Stay there. If your body's able to raise the right leg and your torso and crown head extend, you feel that your body leans towards the backrest and your toes flex, heel foot flexes, the entire knee engages. Can you feel that your back is not crunched, that you're lengthening your body? Your torso extends forward and your body's not rotating. You're not raising that hip higher than the left one. You're maintaining as flat, parallel position to the ground, and your jaw draws in, the crown extends, and you feel your toes, your foot. Breathe in, separate. If there is pinching, if there, again, occlusion of any joint, Lengthen it, open it, breathe into it. When your last two breaths, is your abdomen hanging or really supporting your back? One last long deep breath. Can you really support that? And then bend the right knee forward towards the chair as if you're just about to rest it on the seat of the chair while the right heel comes a little bit taller. And you move it and you flex that right knee a little bit deeper. Again, not because of the knee, not because of the foot, it's because of the glutes. And find your knee. Exhale slowly. Breathe in. Find your body inhaling. Allow your body to exhale and reach. Excellent. Breath in, support. Raise your ankle a little bit higher and your knee a little bit forward so it's not compressing your spine. You're moving your hip. Let your body one more time. Inhale. Exhale all the way through. Can you really feel those muscles? Engage them, supporting your final long, deep breath. Can you engage that right leg a little bit taller, a little bit farther forward? Inhale, and then release slowly. And what is the function of the opposite leg? What was it doing? Can I find my toes to flex? Can I place my hands on the chair, on the seat of the chair? Elbows come tight towards my body. And when my body is ready, I'm going to flex my knees off the ground by pressing my hands in the chair and walking my feet slowly forward towards the space under my hips, and my body exhales. Breathe in. Let my body exhale slowly. Walk my feet directly under my hips. And how that feels is when I feel that my weight shifts from the toes to the heels, I know that I'm shifting my hips far enough behind that the body weight is not on the soles of the feet, it's not on the toes, but it's on the heel of the feet. So my hips are moving, my back is flattening, my abdomen is contracting, my hands are going deeper into the chair, into the sides of the backrest, on top of the backrest, and my body exhales and opens. And again, activating muscle tone, right? Is your chest. Are your chest muscles activating? Can you stretch them? We have been contracting, we have pressing them by making them strong into a pressing into the ground. Now, can we open them and think about your three muscles? They insert into that shoulder and all the way across your chest towards your sternum, to that breastbone, towards that chest plate. And can you feel the body just connecting through the right and left side of your body, opening the muscles? So the muscles have been contracted, now they're being opened. And so when we do that enough times, that the body knows what is the length, the appropriate length of that muscle fiber, we can feed it into the chest. And when we are able to contract and support those muscles, then the natural medium, the natural relaxed position of those muscles is called muscle tone. And that is actually a physiological or a biological measurement, right? We all have a different muscle tone, the ability for the muscle to contract and extend and stay in that neutral space. Jaw draws in, crown of head extends. One more time. Move your glutes so your spine lengthens, your abdomen is contracted. Breath in. When your body exhales, release pressure from your spine, hands and arms, knees bend, and move your hands deeply into the seat of the chair. Lean very, very gently forward. Allow your right foot to just take half a step forward towards the chair. So your right foot is going to be the center of balance, and your left leg is going to slowly come behind you. And you're going to not just raise it, you're going to turn it up towards the sky enough that you can feel your right hand on the chair, supporting the position. Your left hand comes onto the backrest of the chair. It comes towards the side of the chair, or all the way towards the seat of the chair, whichever is comfortable. Or maybe come your hip, and you can feel your body tall, and you can raise it. Again, engaging the glutes, raising your inner thigh, observing that your legs are separating, and your left hand comes as gently and slowly into position as you need to. And imagine you're leaning to a wall behind you. So your abdomen supports that, the shoulder blades support that, the hips support that position, and your body feels connected. One more time, that your chest widens. So what happens to the inside of your right leg, right? That abductor muscle, the muscle of the inner thigh. Can you feel your belly? Can you feel the deep connection of that left leg lifting to your abdominal muscles and your obliques? Last long inhalation, breath in, and then exhale and release the hand and the left leg into the seat of the chair slowly. Breath in, exhale all the way out, and then bring your right leg behind, raising the right hip, placing the left hand in the place exactly where it needs to be on the chair, while your right hand stays on the seat, comes to the side, or comes all the way on top of the backrest, whichever is comfortable. And your toes, your heel, your leg extends, your foot engages, and your right hand comes into the leg, into the hip, into the waist, towards the sky, whichever one is your choice. Leaning against that imaginary wall and finding the inner thigh. If I were to touch you from the inner thigh of the left leg, is that left leg active? Are you finding your balance? And so, what does it feel like to be balanced in this position, right? And those are minor muscles, little muscles. As you will get to be my age one day, you're going to feel that those muscles of the body start becoming a little bit less active and less aware. So, your three-dimensional information, your eyesight, looking around, that your cerebellum, the very base of your spine, really connects to that. Find your last long session. Breathe in and then exhale. Release your right foot, hand into the chair, breath in, exhale very gently. One more time. Find your body exhaling. When your elbows are bending gently, your forearms touch the seat of the chair, your hands stay holding onto the edges, back edge of the chair, your right foot stays steady, your jaw draws in, your spine lengthens, your left leg comes gently behind, as if the tip of the toes touch as far on your yoga mat as possible. And so what happens to your right knee? What happens to your right ankle? What happens to the right arch? The arch of your right foot. Is it dropping? Is it twisting? Do you feel your ankle? Do you see how that position of your toes affects the movement and position of the entire joints and how that starts from there? And maybe the left knee is able to bend and you can press up through your left heel or the tip of the toes towards the ceiling. And your body exhales and your jaw draws in and your thigh comes a little bit taller, and you breathe in, exhale, move that thigh a little bit higher, as if your knee is just about hip height. And what happens to your right foot? What happens to your spine? What happens to the tummy? Are my shoulders and neck really long and extended? One more time, feel your body. Squeeze that glutes. Press that heel. If you don't squeeze it, you know what happens. Find your belly. One more time, breath in. Allow the last two breaths. Can you feel your tummy strong and supportive? When your body is ready, inhale, and then exhale that left foot towards the ground. Settle gently, bring both hands right where your elbows were or are, and find your body raising one more time. Slowly breathe. Open your legs gently outside your body. This is called resetting for a second. So you're going to reset the body for a second by changing positions and observing that your body distracts itself from whatever position you were doing, and let your toes be wider than the heels, your inner thighs to open in direction of your toes, not in front. So if your pinky toe is opening or your big toe is lifting, that means that you're imbalanced into that position. Look at your ankles, look at the arches of your feet, to connect and to make those adjustments, and by simply making a visual observation of your body, pressing the heels, open the toes, drop your hips about knee height. Do not go any lower than your knees. And find that your glute muscles point the tailbone area towards the ground, and your hands walk deeper into the chair or back into the backrest of the chair. Your body stays tall, and your abdomen retracts. And you observe, not because you're using your back, you're using your glutes, you're using your thighs, not your knees, not the ankles. Observe your own position. If is your legs or is your chair far away from your body, allow my body to slowly move it gently, not because of my back. Are you breathing? Are you exhaling? Can you really ground your body? Find the core of your body coming taller. Are your balls of your toes steady to the floor so the foot is really flat and balanced? One more time, breathe in. Can you observe your inner thighs and glutes? One last long inhalation. Feel your body inhaling. Your right elbow and arm slowly soften towards the chair, towards the leg, towards the inner thigh, and bring it behind the right leg towards the sky. Breathe in all the way up. And move it slowly towards the chair, towards the backrest of the chair, and then switch towards your left. As you're inhaling, the left arm comes behind without switching anything on the lower body. Inhale, raise it towards the sky, and then exhale it slowly to your breath, gently towards the seat of the chair. Set your body inhaling, Place your hands towards the seat of the chair, adjust distance, bring your toes in, lengthen your legs, then the heels, then the toes, the heels until your legs easily. You can keep moving your toes until your legs easily come towards each other. And observe your body into that neutral position. Observe your legs, hips, muscles, glute muscles, elbows bend, forms to the ground, towards the seat of the chair, I should say. Hands hold on to the edge, the sides. Observe that your neck is not trying to control the movement, that your jaw draws in, that your body exhales on your left foot. That's going to keep the balance. And let your right leg slowly step back as if your toes on the right touch the yoga mat behind you. Your left ankle, look at your left ankle, look at your left knee with your left inner thigh, with your left glute and hip. Your back is the abdomen engaged, or your shoulders and elbows engaged, right? Is the chain of connection. Can you feel that connection? When your body's ready, maybe your right leg lifts and you can feel your body supportive. And maybe for some of us, the right leg slowly bends and through the knee and points the heel, points the toes, and raises the thigh, and feel that your thigh comes just as high as your body needs to because you're moving it through your hip. And engage your muscles. Is your jaw? Are you committed to the movement? Are you fisting through the position, or are you really engaging? Can you raise your thigh a little bit taller? Can you use your abdomen by extending your thigh back and then lifting it up? Excellent. Beautiful. Let your body breathe, engage, invest. Let your last two breaths into this position. Can you feel your midsection, your core, your abdomen and waist area inhaling? And then exhale, release that right leg, slowly, gently next to your left one. Settle slowly. Bring your hands right where your elbows were. Settle for a second into this position. Observe your jaw, neck. Inhales long. One more time. We're going to allow your legs to open wide. This time, your toes are going to stay parallel towards each other, or if you're flexible enough, your toes may look towards each other as long as you're rotating through the entire leg and not just your ankles or just your knees. And you'll feel it. Your body will tell you, right? If you're aware enough and you all have been practicing long enough, you're now becoming aware when your body starts talking to you. And sometimes the body talks really loud. So find your toes pointing towards each other as far as your body needs to, and let the elbows slowly bend. And your hands come towards the seat of the chair or deeper into the seat of the chair. Maybe the elbows and forearms rest into the seat of the chair, and that's as far as your body's going to go. For some of us, that means we stay right there. For a few of us, that means the hands come gently into the legs of the chair, and even the head comes underneath the seat of the chair, and your hands come deep into the back legs of the chair if needed. So I can find now an ability to lengthen the spine, not tuck in the chin, so your neck is not doing the work. And I'm slowly opening the hamstrings, opening back, feel that my shoulder blades and underarms really move the chest down. And I open my body by allowing the back of my body stretch. And the weight of my body is not on my toes. I'm not lifting my heels. I'm not locking my knees. I find and adjust. Less is more. Move, adjust, make movements with your body. Feel that you're experiencing your body fully, right? It's yours. You already bought it. So gently use it. Observe that your mind is not escaping to 10,000 other places, but it stays present and constant in the movement. When your body is ready to exhale, you can feel the deep movement. Every second that you spend, your body understands deeper how far you need to move and how deep the connection is into those muscles, how you can adjust and soften when your body is ready to finally feel the last exhalation. Observe your body, breathing out. And then hands and arms come slowly to bring your body very, very gently into settled position. Let your elbows and forearms onto the seat of the chair. Just rest for a second there. So your torso is in neutral position. Stay with your legs exactly where they are for a second. And when your body's ready, only if your body's ready, allow your right foot to stay steady while your left leg is going to pivot through the heel, the toes out. So your toes are going to point away from your body to the left, and your left thigh and your left knee Slowly flex, never going over the tip of the toes. And the right heel at that point digs deeper to the floor, and the right toes open up towards the sky. And you're going to lean into, never the knee loses the ability to be directly on top of the toes, in the direction of your toes. You find your inner thighs open. And so find those muscles that really move your hips, those muscles that connect your inner thighs to your hip bone, to the connection of your entire pelvic floor, the abdomen cavity, the psoas muscles that we've described several times before. The hamstring muscles is not only muscles, is again fascia. Observe your body one more time to exhale all the way through. Kindly press through your left leg and bring your toes slowly back into parallel position. Settle. Find the perfect distance of your legs, the elbows, the spine, the neck. Check your body. When and if your body's ready, allow the right heel then to slowly point outside and maybe walk a little bit farther to the right in an angle 45, 30 degrees from the body, and your right knee starts bending. Then at that point, the left heel presses into the ground and you raise the left toes. And your body slowly leans into that inner thigh, and see if your body extends and opens those muscles. And your spine stays low and your inner thigh extend. Less is always more. What does this side look like? Are your hips low enough? Do you need to go all the way towards the ground? You feel your body then moving a little bit deeper into the floor, or can you stay in a place that allows those inner thighs to open? Find the exhalation. Make sure the inner thigh and toes are always aligned, that you're not twisting through your ankle or joint of your knees. Find your last two breaths. Are you investing? Are you really feeling those hip muscles really stretching, lengthening when your body exhales? Again, what are the thoughts that come around? And use your legs and your arms and your torso to carry your right hip slowly tall, and your toes become parallel, and your body exhales. Beautiful. Deep breath. Stay very gently into this pose. One more time. Bring your feet in, toes, heels, toe, heels, until your legs easily come towards each other. And your body is going to slowly, slowly round up. So find that your hands walk up to the back rest, or simply raise your torso into standing position and observe your body to stay very gently. If you feel that your balance is maybe a little bit wobbly, or you may have come directly from the happy hour of your job today to your class, maybe, or you had this very nice wine of glass in a wine glass before your class. So let your wall be your support. So you can turn, switch, or you can be close to the wall, bring your chair close to the wall if necessary for balance. Otherwise, because of the right leg being the stronger leg usually for many of us, I'm going to stay with my right foot into the ground, aligning. Look at my toe, look at my ankle, look at my knee, and the alignment that I need to know from that side, my hip in particular, my lower back. And then I'm going to flex the left knee. I'm going to place the left foot directly onto the chair. And that's it. I'm just going to set my foot onto the chair. So be aware, if you fall, all you need to do is just roll onto the ground, right? You don't have to fall flat. Find your body exhale. Feel that your right glute and your right hip is not tilted, it's not pushing out to the right. It's slowly contracting. So your inner thigh and outer thigh work together to raise that hip, that your hands are holding your left leg, your right hip, maybe your hands both into the waist, maybe your hands out to the sides of your body, maybe both hands slowly raise up towards the sky, maybe your fingers interlace, maybe your index point towards the ceiling. Find your own position and raise, truly raise your body. Really raise from your waist, really raise from that left glute and hamstring as much as your right inner thigh, and feel that your body supports. And what does it feel like for your right foot to be aligned, for your right knee and the right ankle? Can you feel the right hip? Am I feeling my toes really expanding and pressing onto the heel? And how is that effect onto the rest of my body? And my shoulders and arms and shoulder blades shifting towards each other? Can I really engage those muscles? Let your last two breaths. Is my abdomen pushing my ribs forward or tucking my abdomen and rib cage, especially lower ribs cage area in, so my lower back is not arched but lengthened? Let your last long inhalation breath in And then exhale, release your hands very gently if you have them up towards your thigh, towards your leg, towards your waist, towards the chair. Now touch this backrest of the chair if necessary and bring that left leg off the chair slowly. Don't swing it, carry it gently towards the ground. Settle it, relax it, align it, support it, soften your neck, check your body. Inhale and allow your right foot to come towards the seat of the chair with your hands still on the chair so you find your body balance. Check your ankle, check your arch of the left foot, your inner thigh, your toes, all the adjustments that you need to do. And maybe your hands come towards the right leg and the left hip. And that's as far as you're going to go. Maybe your legs need to widen. Maybe I need to spread my left leg a little bit wider than my right. And so I have my wider support, right? My center of gravity becomes, and my point of gravity and support of the ground is a lot wider than if I had my legs very close to each other. And I observe my tummy, my hips, my inner thigh, my lower back, my shoulders. And the connection starts from the foot all the way up towards the spine. And maybe my arms stay on my legs or on the chair or all the way towards the sky. And I interlace my fingers gently so the index points towards the sky and I become in a full steeple pose, become a church, an antenna. This is your body. The body is an antenna of all the energy. Is your lower back arching? Can you find your breath that supports the movement of your body? Again, the energy that is not stuck. Now we're not focusing on this one thing that we're stuck in our head. Can my eyes stay present? And again, the biggest part of it is sometimes our ego, right? Oh no, I got it. I can do this. I know how to do this, right? My brain might think I'm too smart for this. I don't have to do all this other things rather than just giving yourself the opportunity to experience something different, right? That's the whole point of yoga that we are so used to. And doesn't come only from this week or from this month or this year or these COVID years. It comes not only from the love in the time of color, it comes from way, way, way behind. Find that your body is just a storage. And again, a lot of the things come from life to life, that these are patterns that we have held so dear to us that we think makes us. And so allow yourself to one more time observe your body, inhale, and without any judgment, in complete openness. Allow your body to slowly inhale and support and extend, and allow your final two breaths that really engage. Check every part of your body with humility about the movement of your body. Inhale, and then your hands and arms exhale towards the seat or towards the backrest of the chair, I should say, softly, your own timing, no, but my timing, nobody else's. Let your hands slowly be finding the place for stability until your right foot on its own, not because you're swinging it, you're bringing it slowly off the chair and into the ground. Exhale, beautiful. Deep breath, palms, hands into the seat of the chair. Exhale slowly. One more time, breath in and exhale slowly. Can I find gently that my hips are above my feet or slightly behind them? That my hands are under the shoulders, not pushing on the heel of the hands? That my heels of the feet are pressing towards the yoga mat and my toes flex gently off the ground. So I'm just on the heels of my feet. And maybe my fingers press enough, or the palms of the hands press enough, or maybe the tip of the fingers press enough that my chest lengthens. And I can feel my glutes raising and my chest moving as far away from my waist as possible. So it's not a raising up and to compress the spine, but it's an extension of the rib cage forward and then up towards the sky. So can I feel my glutes pressing back, my tailbone lengthening, and my breastbone, the sternum. So the front, that midsection, the line between my chin, my throat, the sternum, the abdomen, connect and then lengthen that midsection of my body forward, and my shoulders drawn down, my glute muscles press back, my toes are tall, my lengthening the chin out, and again, without judgment to my body, without judgment to anything outside my body. Can I breathe? One more time, can I observe what it feels like to support this position? Let your last long inhalation. Can I observe my shin muscles and the alignment between big toe and pinky toe? Or am I raising one side more than the other? And exhale to release slowly your head, your torso, your spine, your feet. Hands touch the floor. Soften your chin as if your chin comes closer towards your breastbone area. Walk softly your ankles and toes so your heels of your feet are not overstrained. And when your body is ready, allow the heels of your feet to come off the ground, the balls of your toes to stay on the floor, your kneecaps to slowly support, and your spine to raise highest towards the ground as if you're just looking with your mind's eye towards the belly button area, or maybe towards your chest, so the shoulder blades separate and the center of your spine. If I were to run my finger through your vertebrae column, that spine, that idea of the spine that we have, that little pointy finger or pointy piece of bone in the apex of your vertebrae is raised. Touch it. Separate your shoulder blades away from each other and sink your chest in between your shoulder blades. Very nice. Let that spine touch all the way through right here. I want to feel it right along the spine, even the center of your back. Slowly, excellent. And dip your chin in. Breath in, excellent. Now feel all the extension in the cervical spine, all the way through your spine, even the middle portion of your back. Very good. Press. Let me touch those pinky, high, high, high against my fingers. Imagine that they're touching right in your lower back. Beautiful. One more time. Use your abdomen. Breathe through the side muscles of your rib cage. Let your diaphragm be activated when your last lung session, when your calf muscles are really feeling the engagement into this movement. Then exhale and release. Slowly soften. Very nice. Let your body exhale into a neutral position. Soften your ankles, your toes, your knees, the joints of your hands and fingers if they were engaged or over engaged. And let your body slowly exhale as if your feet are walking very gently behind your hips, and your right forearm and your right elbow is going to touch the chair across in an angle 45 degrees or completely 90 degrees on the chair. And let your body slowly walk your left leg behind. Your right arm is on the chair, and make sure it's the right arm and the opposite leg or the left leg slowly moves behind, and your right leg slowly comes gently under the body to just give you support until your body starts leaning onto that forearm, into that hand, not the elbow because it's going to be painful. Your left hand touches the chair to just give you more balance, and your right leg maybe comes over and in front of that left ankle. So your right leg comes all the way in front of your body and touches over the foot, and your left hand comes towards the waist, it stays in the chair, it stays above the shoulder, and feel your body just comes into the sustenance of the side of your body through your side flanks. Breath in. Exhale all the way through. Can you stay long and tall? One more time. Breathe, not on the shoulder, on your waist. Feel your oblique muscles. Let your last two breaths, beautiful. Let your final inhalation support and inhale. Breathe in deeply, and let your left arm come slowly towards the chair. Soften your right knee as you inhale, and then exhale. Very nice. Breath in. So what does it feel like to come back to the center? Where does it, did it feel in your body? Is it in your wrists? Is it in the elbows, in the shoulder? Is it comfortable and beneficial to your body? One more time, breathe in. And when your body starts exhaling, you start moving the opposite side. So find, with all the experience that you have on that opposite side, can you feel your left forearm? Not the elbow, not the joints, flatten in a way that is comfortable and supportive. Your right leg then starts adjusting softly behind. Your left leg keeps you, help you under the hip until your right leg is steady and supportive. Your right hand gives you the support into the chair, and your left leg comes in front of that right leg if comfortable, and your body stays right there. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing the inner thighs, and then lengthen the waist. Maybe your right hand comes off the chair towards the waist or stays in the chair or maybe above the shoulder. And you feel your head not hanging, not dropping, aligned. Breath in, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your inner thighs. Two more times, breath in. Exhale, exhale one last time. Can you really engage those muscles? Make your body wrap around, and then exhale, slowly bring your left leg, your right leg comes forward, bring in your right hand support, exhale, beautiful, deep breath. Exhale kindly into this position. We are going to allow the knees to come and touch the ground, flexing the knees to the floor. We're going to turn, believe it or not, away from the chair. So your hands are going to come towards the ground. You're going to turn directly away from the chair. So now your palms and hands are on the floor. Your toes are touching, if not the pinky side or the side of The outer side of the foot is touching towards the inside of the chair. So you know the chair is there and there's just about that distance of your legs. Your forearms are going to touch the ground and you're letting your elbows and your forearms to touch the floor. As you know, to measure the distance between the elbows, find the softness of your own yoga mat to receive the elbows, the forearms. Your hands then touch towards each other, rest on each other, cross the fingers, whichever is most comfortable that allows you to connect to the length of your form. And let your belly tuck in and your jaw to be drawn in. And then kindly bring your right foot on the chair. So the toes tuck right under the heel and the toes rest into the seat of the chair. If that's enough for your body, stay right there with your knee as soft as you need to. If your body's ready and your forearms are ready and you feel that your right leg is steady and supportive, find your glutes support, your abdomen support, and let your exhalation raise your chest a little bit forward. Not the head, not the crown, but just your chest a little bit farther away from that leg and stay connected to the glute. If your body, and only if your body is ready, find your elbows, adjust, modify, and do whenever you need to. No, you don't have to participate into any of the other options, but maybe your right foot is steady and your left knee comes off the ground by flexing it towards the left tricep. And your head extends away from the right heel. Breath in. Flex your left knee. One more time, breathing in. And then slowly place your left knee to the ground. Beautiful. Intense feeling on your leg. Allow your right knee to come slowly back into the ground and feel how the abdomen, the waist, the strength of your body. Raise your elbows, palms and hands into the ground, right where your elbows were. Exhale. Toes and feet touch. Exhale kindly. One more time, breathe. Exhale all the way through. Can you find upper body strength, right? We're trying to add and subtract as much of that ability for the chest and shoulders and size of your torso to be, again, to add strength to it and subtract the ability for them to be disconnected from the body, right? To really engage and have a conversation with the upper body. When the body is ready, let the elbows and forearms slowly soften towards the ground. One more time. Palms, hands look towards each other. Forearms, as you already know, fully into the ground. The elbows never behind the shoulders, slightly above the shoulders or in front of the shoulders, I should say. Well, the right knee stays steady and your left leg slowly moves on top of the chair. And you find the perfect position of your toes tucked under your heel. So you're really activating, and as far as your body goes, stay right there. Maybe your heel presses back and your glute muscle activates, and you can feel by pressing back the heel that your abdomen activates and your spine really feels the extension, and you feel your body strong and supportive. Again, investigate what it feels to connect to those muscles first before adding anything to it. When and if your body's ready, aware of the positioning and support of your forearms, of your shoulders, of the strength of your core. When your body exhales, maybe your left toes are stuck enough into the chair that your right knee comes slowly off the ground towards the right tricep. And you exhale. And you breathe in, and you exhale one more time to your tummy. Let your last two breaths. Exhale, exhale, squeeze strength into your upper body. Inhaling deeply. And then exhale and release. Beautiful. Soften. Allow your body to exhale into this pose. Allow your hands to one more time come right where your elbows were. What did that feel like to be in this position when and if your body is ready? You are going to exhale kindly into this position. Slow, soft exhalation. Feel that your body moves your hips as if you were maybe I think I've never seen an elephant real life walking, but they say that the walk of a baby elephant is really enchanting. So imagine that your hips move like a baby elephant from left to right, and you swing it out from left to right to move not only, of course, the hips, the glute, the insertion of those uh, the head of that thigh bone into your pelvic area, but also the waist and the ribs and the knees, and massaging those joints as you move from left to right. As you exhale, your abdomen flexes on one side, As you exhale towards the opposite, is the opposite feeling, and your ribs and the muscles between your ribs move, and your shoulders move, and your elbows soften, and your wrists are also moving from left to right. And find that your body is just massaged from left to right as you move the hips gently. Sway completely to the right, sway completely to your left. Neck is relaxed. Do not try to hold up your head. When your body is inhaling to the center, exhale towards the one side and come back slowly towards the center position. Very nice. With your hands into the ground. If you have room for this position, if not, it's perfectly escape to stay right here. I'm just going to do this for just a few of us that might want a little bit more activity into the upper body. For a few of us, the knuckles are pressing to the floor by flexing the hands and your thumbs pointing to the back of your yoga mat, while the pinky points towards your fingers. And so the knuckles are on the ground. As you know, metals and things of jewelry or are not welcome very much into the energy of your yoga practice. So if you have those, make sure that you are not hurting yourself with that. And that, of course, interferes with the energy you produce. When your belly exhales, your neck softens. Bring one leg, whichever one you want, onto the chair. Make sure it's in a comfortable position, that you're adjusting that your opposite leg maybe comes slowly into the chair if that's what your body allows. And feel that your body slowly moves your knees and legs off the ground while your toes are on the seat of the chair and your head is long. And you breathe and you exhale. Strengthen your body. Use your tummy. Observe your core. Very nice. Deep breath. Do not force. Do not go farther than your body needs to. Make sure you're even through your knuckles. Let your last breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, exhale. When your body's ready, allow your knees one at a time. Do not rush. Place them gently to the ground. Perfect. Deep breath. Exhale. The worst is past. You were having too much fun at the beginning of the class, so that's my way of reminding you. Let your body roll on its back. So let your knees walk to the side of your mat. You're going to face the chair at this point. You're going to allow the hips to move gently towards the seat of the chair, and your back rounds towards the floor. And your body exhales. And your back and neck and shoulders release kindly. Your feet are going to come towards the very edge of the chair, and you can adjust, right? How far, how close feels okay with you for that chair to be. So the arches of the feet rest onto that front edge of the chair, and your body exhales. And very, very gently, let your hands come towards the sides of your pelvic area. So if your hands move towards the sides of your mat, fingers soften, let your body breathe kindly. And if and when your body's ready, your arms raise off the ground towards the sky. You can raise your hands directly towards the ceiling and maintain them directly above the chest without raising the shoulder blades. Press quite the contrary, the shoulder blades and the back of the shoulders towards the ground, as if you're just sinking your arms towards the floor. Find your feet, find your legs. One more time, deep breath in. And if your body's ready, take a long inhalation. Your head is very long through the neck area. Raise the back of the shoulder blades off the ground as if you're just pointing your fingers towards the ceiling. And just your shoulder blades raise as high as your body can off the ground without hurting anything. It's not your neck pushing. Your chin still remains drawn towards the throat. And just simply bring the shoulder blades taller. And sink your belly. Move the shoulder blades off the ground. Point your fingers towards the sky with the palms of the hands possibly looking towards each other. One more time. Breath in. Use your abdomen. Use the root of your tummy. One more time. Breath into this position. Deeply. Exhale with intention. Drop the shoulder blades towards the ground and let your spine and head and neck adjust to this position. One more time. Breathe in. What does it feel to exhale? Can you use your abdomen? And then raise your scapular area. One more time. Shoulder blades raise. Fingers move up towards the sky. Abdomen supports. Holding your tummy. Deep breath. Not your neck, not the back of your head, just your shoulder blades. Can you find how the arms are extended just by abdominal cavity? One more time. Are your knees and feet exactly equidistant? Get your last full breath. Engage, engage. Your shoulder blades highest. And then exhale your shoulder blades deep into the yoga mat. And so what happens to the scapular area? Is there anything that you discover around your hips, your abdomen, your chest and clavicles and shoulder blades? Let your heels walk into the chair and rest your ankles, rest your calves, rest the back of your kneecaps. May God bless you. Somebody's allergic to that position. Find your spine to exhale, flat into the ground, calf muscles. Exhale slowly with your arms very tall. Then kindly bring your thumbs towards the direction above the head onto the ground, as if your arms come gently all the way towards the yoga mat. And doesn't mean that your elbows need to stretch, doesn't mean that your elbows need to be locked, or your shoulders need to be tight, or your arms to be very tight towards each other. Your own intensity. How far or how deep do you need to move those arms, to move the torso, to exhale through your tummy? Your jaw draws in. Can you feel your body breathing? And your shoulders coming a little bit wider and deeper towards the floor, the back of the shoulders, while your thumbs sink in deeper. And maybe this is your index that slowly touches the floor too. And maybe it's the entire thumb that flexes, and only the length of the index finger is what rests into the ground, while your arms come a little bit wider and longer, and your hips remain tight into the floor, and your lower back is not arched. When your body is ready, can you secure your tummy? Can you feel that your engagement comes from the root of the abdominal cavity? Your arms are going to raise 4 to 5 inches, half a foot off the ground. Slowly raising it 45 degrees or 30 degrees off the ground, and observe your arms to stay off the floor. So are you tensing through your neck? And your arms wide enough that you can really isolate it, not in the shoulders, but in your tummy area. There's your abdomen that is raising the arms far away from each other and away from the shoulders. Now you're breathing. And you exhale one more time. Breathe into this pose. Check your neck, check your spine, check the condition of the shoulder blades. One last long deep breath in. And release your hands and arms towards the ground above your head with your elbows as bent as needed. Inhale. One more time, exhale, exhale, and raise your arms towards the sky, all the way to perpendicular position. Move range of movement through your shoulders towards the sky, and bring your hands down towards the sides of your hips, forward in front of your body, and down towards the sides of your pelvic area on the ground towards the yoga mat. Exhale. Raise one more time, arms perpendicular towards the sky without separating your shoulder blades, just the arms, just the shoulders, just your chest muscles. And exhale to your tummy over the head, over the shoulders, as close to the ground as your body allows it. Exhaling, exhaling, flattening the lower back into the floor, and raising your arms one more time. What are the images? What are the ideas? What are the thoughts that come to mind? Can you just observe it with curiosity? Can you exhale your arms forward towards the front of your body one more time towards the ground? So what happens? What are we holding into the shoulders? What caused that? What is the memory that stays in there? One last time, raise your arms towards the sky. Can you feel the range of movement? Are we moving the entire scapular and chest area as we exhale over the shoulders, over the head, towards the ground, exhaling all the way through to your tummy, spreading the lumbar spine deep to the floor, and raising your arms towards the sky as you breathe in. And finally, exhale your arms towards the sides of your body on the ground. Allow your body to slowly stay hands gently facing the ground if that's comfort for your body, or if your hands are able or needing to be softly away from your body, facing the palms of the hands towards the ceiling. By all means, place your hands facing up towards the ceiling, or if your body's needing to stay with your fingers on your belly, on your hips, relax for a few seconds by maybe closing your eyes and letting the entire blood and energy that is driven through the hips, through your legs, through your back, to relax the length of your vertebrae column to the floor. And for a few seconds, adjust, right? Adjust, move, modify it if you need to. Let your body find the most comfortable position with your legs resting on the chair, with your feet relaxed, and then walk yourself gently with your mind's eye to monitor every part of your body. So adjust that your head is not tense, that your shoulders are not tense, that your hands and elbows are not locked. We've worked a lot with our upper body strength. Make sure that they are not tightened still, that there's no that reflex tension still into your body, that you're letting them release. You're giving your body permission to not hold the pressure, but to relax it. And your breath plays an important role in letting go. And for a few seconds, let your body, as we walk ourselves into this induced relaxation and this mental exercise of observing parts of your body, to let go. As we start modulating our breath, not forcefully, but in a very natural way. But I can think and imagine and resting our feet. We don't even think about how much pressure, how much blood is pulled towards the legs and the veins down our legs. Can I feel and visualize each and every one of my toes become just restful, starting from my big toe, my second toe, third, fourth, and pinky toe, slowly traveling. That they relax in such a way that the arches of the feet are softened, the heels are softened. Check again my toes, the arches, the heels, as if I were to slowly peel a compression stocking or sock, releasing with my mind's eye pressure from my ankles, from the top of my foot, from my calves. And feel how my shins soften, and then that induces relaxation through my toes and ankles and feet. And I let the pressure be released from my thighs. I'm not holding my hips. I'm not holding my knees. I'm going to let my legs just rest 100% on the chair in front of me. And I let my hips and glutes and belly, abdomen, and lower back work together to release any gut feeling, any holding into the abdomen cavity. Those gut sensations, pressures, as I let my belly button area soften. I can feel my hips and thighs and releasing one more time. Is it okay for my chest, my shoulders? Not try to hold pressure, not to close the front, but to release it, to open the collarbones, to release my bicep and the front and the back side of my arm, the back of my fingers and hands, these and the tip of my fingers soften in such a way that every joint of every one of my fingers softens and my fingers relax naturally in this curved and soft and gentle way. As I think of sinking my chest down, irradiating that sensation through my arms, through my hips, through my legs, my toes. And my facial expression softens, eyes and eyelids, the muscles that move my eye, my eyeball, and the right and left side corners of my eye. The muscles of my eyelids soften. My nose bridge, and the connection to my forehead, my cheeks, cheekbones, my lips softly touching each other, relaxing my tongue, my gums, my lower jaw, that feel on my throat and the base of my neck and head. I let my forehead relax all the way down around the sides of my head to my inner ear relaxes. The back of my head and the top of my head, my entire hair follicles, chest, ribs, and breath becomes gentle, softened, naturally slows down. Thigh body. Focus my heart to be very soft, to let the constant presence of that divine love soaking, finding the joy of being present and allowing that energy, that relationship to develop, to reconnect, to remember. gently brush, very gentle and soft re-engagement of the body. First, my breath, understanding with my mind the reawakening of my body. Fingers, toes, hands, and feet. Breathing energy into my body as if I were re-entering or fitting again with the right energy, the entire body, and then exhale slowly all the remnants of things we don't want to keep. On my legs, on my chest, on my abdomen, on my lower back, and my head and neck. We start reawakening. And my arms slowly move and flex. And I feel my body bring my arms above the head as if it were just waking up. And maybe my legs stretch to the toes and feet. And I just feel my body reawakening. One more time. Slow motion. Bring my legs to move and just stretch through my toes and bring my arms and torso to just lengthen completely. So healthy to move and to re-engage the body in a very soft and gentle way. So my knees are then starting to retract, or my feet possibly is starting to come in towards the edge of the seat of the chair. And maybe my body's able to very, very gently roll my legs towards one side, whichever side that is. My legs and torso rounds and rolls over towards one side of my body while my head rests gently into that arm, elbow, bicep, shoulder, breathing gently in and observing my body to exhale one long deep breath. So slowly bringing my hands towards the ground and rounding my body back into sitting position. It doesn't matter where the chair is. It's completely irrelevant. Do not worry about the position of the chair as long as, of course, as you don't hit it. And let your body come slowly into your favorite sitting position. Legs extended, cross one leg, both legs, it doesn't matter. Sit yourself kindly and comfortably into the most gentle position for your back, for your shoulders, for your head, adjusting naturally and gently with your breath, finding that you're embracing this soft feeling for your body, that your hands slowly come very gently, right hand first, left hand on top of it into your heart, and just place the palms of hands softly to find that space that you know your heart is located, right where the seat of our soul. With that warmth of your hands, find a moment of gratefulness for the sense of harmony and a sense of peacefulness, awareness of our own truth, rediscovering who I am. And most importantly, to redevelop, to rekindle, to remember, to yoke again or connect to the sense of selfless, divine